Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Monday, April 14th, and we have a short week, but it's going to be a wild one. It's already green. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. We don't have to wait for the heat map to change over anymore because that's what it looks like. It is green this morning, and look at that. Now, we think it might go stay green. We were talking about it opening green, but now it has to try to cross through. It popped up. Look at it. But now it's got to try to cross through that MACD. Is it going to do that? That's the question. Looks like it's trying to right there, but we have great resistance at that 20. We're keeping an eye on it to see exactly. They can always pull back down, but we will see. It does look a little bit better as it's setting up, but I don't know if exactly it's ready yet, and we'll go through them. And I didn't even post out the Joe Lee's jumpers, did I? I was just doing stuff this morning. Let me see. I wasn't even paying any attention. Here's our laptop. Our lowdowns are right there, and here's our Joe Lee's jumpers right there. And let's get cruising with them. BFRG is at Bullfrog, I believe, and we were looking at that thing. Yeah, Bullfrog AI. I know it was up the other day. We were looking at it last night, and let's see what it's up to right here. It's just jumping in that channel, it looks like, this morning. So I think it'll just run through that channel. And how about Bull? That one's running up. That one's the one to look at today. It's in the top, and it's going to be a wild one right here, Web Bull. So you want to keep an eye on that. It's not even up on this yet. But FinViz is on top of it. TrendSpider doesn't seem to be on top of Web Bull, unless I'm just not finding it. Webull, it would come up if I did that. And I definitely don't see it. Just the crypto ones come up. So, and then that one down there. So, yeah, definitely don't have it on here. But on here, I'm telling you, keep your eye on this. What it run up to already? $40 or something. It's been moving. So, keep an eye on Webull, BULL, good old Bull, and IOTR right here. Let's see what that's up to. That one's a fairly new one, and it's just been kind of running around as it opened up here. It looks like it's up this morning. IOTR. Oh, let me get rid of that bull. IOTR. That doesn't have this one either, and that one's not that new, so that's pretty odd that it's not on there. IoT, but that's not that. And this is IO3 LTD, a Singapore one. I'd have to look at it. It is up this morning. I don't know how much it's going to stay up there, but it is moving around. And this kid's right here, this one has been looking good, and that's up 86 cents. And we've been all over this, guys, and we knew this was going to move. We've been watching this one for a little while, and look at it, jumped up this morning right there. So, yeah, we were on top of that one, 306 to 5. And it's back at 269. What it closed at the other day? It closed at 190. So it's still up, but it had run up early this morning there. We'll see if it can continue to run up. MB here, Master Beef Group. What an interesting one, the Master Beef. And let's see, it's up 60 cents. It's a Hong Kong restaurant. Good old MB, the Master Beef. It's not even on here either. That's weird. This thing's slacking on the new IPOs, I guess, there on TrendSpider. And SGN, Signing Day Sports. This one's moving up. And we've looked at this a bunch of times, and it's actually looking pretty good from right there. Yeah, look at that bad boy running up there. 80 to 146. It's at 135 and not looking bad to try to even stay in this channel or move today. So good look there on SGN. THTX. Oh, yep, there you go. THTX Third Technologies or something like that. And that did jump up. Is that today's date? Yes, it is. THTX. And it did run up in the other day in the after hours on Friday, but it continued this morning. It got up to 291. It's at 244 right now. So there's a good little jumper right there. And how about VCEE? What did I just say? VCEE. Did I just really say that? VSEE. Holy cow. My brain just doesn't work sometimes, I'm telling you. Anyway, here we go. It's basing out down here. It could get bouncing. Look at it. It's over top of it and wants to roll. And again, I want to see how these work and start really moving today because I'm not sure that they're really going to stay up there. And there you go with your Joe Lee's jumpers right there. Thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate them. And then let's check out our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what they're up to. That kids we just looked at, ARMP. Let's see what that one's doing over here. Let's see, ARMP. Put that, yeah, just do that. ARMP, here we go. ARMP. Armada Therapeutic. Oh, that one's going to be getting out of the basement right there, huh? ARMP. Yeah, look at that bad boy. Keep your eye on that one today. That could actually get moving right there. Not looking bad. AXDX will fly through these guys and see what's going on here. AXDX. And that one's hitting underneath of that support line, but we know that's a great spot for them to bounce off of. So you're definitely keeping an eye on that one as well. And Brainstorm Therapeutics, this one's just dipping down, trying to curl up right there. It's going to start curling up. I'll look at it today, see where it looks, what it looks like. CHR is Cheer Holding, and this one's going to be a good one. Made that base level down underneath the support line, or now it's a resistance, but it was trying to be a support. And now it's going to get set up. We'll look and make sure it gets crossed through, and we'll take a look at Chris right here. We were looking at this the other day, and this is getting set up, and a lot of these are looking really good in a good spot. Crown Crafts, we watched this one just dip down here, and now it's hitting support. Did it run up? Yeah, look, I think it might have ran up there. We were looking at this the other day, and it was starting to look good. It says it ran up somewhere. I don't know where the hell it ran up. But look at it. It says it ran, and that's what that looks like. I'm looking at the candles up here at 470. That's why I can't even find it. This still has it at 292. Is this the other day? That's why this one looks like it popped this morning, guys. At CRWS Crown Crash, and look right off that support line. We were looking at it last week, I remember. And DTCK. Davis Commodities been down here making a nice little base, and this should be his move to get back up. So not bad there. ICMB, another one right down there, and making a base down here and trying to get cruising back up, it appears. So that looks like that one's not even on there. I don't know what's that. ICMB. What am I? I'm out of it, guys. Holy cow, what is going on? ICMB. There you go. Now we'll find it. And yeah, that just pulled back, but it does look like it's bottomed out down there. So keep an eye on that thing. It's way down there. And LPA, Logistic Properties of America, right here. And that's a nice little dip on that one. Let's see what's going on that. Yeah, that's a nice dip down there to 616. So that could be its bottom. We'll look at that today. Let's see what Move wants to do. If I type it in, MOVE, what kind of move is Movano? It's a medical device company. I remember that, but it does. Oh, that's going to be good, guys. Keep your eye on Move. It's going to make a good move right here. MOVE. Look at this thing getting set up down there. And again, you just got to be really patient and pay attention to exactly when they're set up. And we do watch these for like about 2 to 3 weeks a lot of times. Marin right here, we've looked at this before. Look at this thing way down there, beaten down at 54 cents, and that's going to be a good opportunity. MRIN, and there is a ton of great opportunities. That's what you do. You find these ones that get beaten down like this, like NTIC, and they're great opportunities. This thing was just trading in the 11s not long ago, and we got it at 716 down here, and we'll watch it, see if it wants to pull back anymore. And if it does, then you got a better opportunity when it starts moving up, and it is setting up there at that $10 range. So that is looking pretty good as well. And OKUR right here on Cure, making a base. We'll have to see as it starts to curl up if it's going to get through. It could level back down a little bit, so we'd have to watch that one right there. But I could see why it is trying to make a base on Co. This one we've been watching and just running in that basement a little bit and trying to get moving. Actually, that one could be a decent one. ONCO. Let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. It was trying to move last week, just kind of flat right now, but not a bad look on that one. STBX. Oh, let me go to STBX, a Starbucks right here. And we've been watching this one. I think it ran up a little bit the other day, did it not? Or something, I forget. Let's see. It looks like it's pulled back right there, 13 to 12, and it's right under 13. So we'll keep an eye, see what it wants to do. And TGL, Oh, TGL right there. Treasure Global. I remember looking at this big popper once recently, and then this one. Oh, that's getting set up, guys. Keep your eye on Treasure Global right there, because that one looks pretty good, I must say. TGL. So you want to keep an eye on TGL, and also that Wang and Lee. That one's getting set up as well. LWGS. Good old Wang and Lee down here, and you can see this getting set up. So keep your eye on good old Wang and Lee and just watch for any little dips at any moment. But it's been running pretty straight right there. And there you go, everybody. Greatly appreciate them. Laptop Travels, Laptop Travel. Thank you very much. And here we go. Let's see what the market's up to right now. SMCI. What is that up to right now? SMCI. We'll go through all these guys, but just curious. That's up $1.99. Again, these things are curling up. Let's go through them because I'm very curious to see how they look this morning. That's for sure. Look at that SPY ripping up there. And we know, obviously, it could come back down at any moment today. So bull is way up. That's the big runner. We were looking at it yesterday. And look at STSS. That one's running up as well. What's Logic Mark doing this morning? And that one's up right there and looking pretty good. So our Logic Mark doesn't look bad. That's very good right there. This other one hit was starting to move the other day. That's up. Oh, that one looks really good, guys. Keep an eye on that. This BDRX, let's see. That's down a little bit. Remember, that was running up in them after hours. And we'll see what this one wants to do. It did get into that channel, and it fought to get in there. So I could imagine this one, maybe it's down today, but wants to run up. So you want to keep your eye on that one as well. And that SUNE, that's up a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. APDN is just hanging. Oh, that's way down. That's under $1. That took a dippage, huh? Maybe that'll be a little dip and rip look. That would be good. APDN. Let's see. It definitely did dip down there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what it's up to right there. And then, like I said, let's go through our SPY and see what they're up to. There were just some that we were looking at, and look at NVIDIA and Apple looking pretty good right there. So here we go. That SPY is ripping up there and looking pretty good this morning. And I'm telling you, it could still be green this morning and then try to get changed around. We'll see what happens. It's all going to be based on the news. So we will definitely find out. You guys know that. And I'm just looking to see HMBL. We'll go through that one in a minute. Just seeing if there was anything else. But let's take a look at our big caps and see what they're up to here. And see what we're getting into. Apple way up there. And it did. Wow, it even jumped up onto that 20 into that channel there. That's pretty impressive. I didn't think they'd want them to even get into that area, but that is, and it's hitting there. So, I mean, you could be in here and come out with no problem. We're going to have to keep an eye on these things. Obviously, Apple's way up this morning, and it's, let's see what's going on. We have to find out what's going on with all the tariff stuff. Obviously, that's what's going to be going on today. Amazon's trying to crawl up there and cruise back up. And let's see. And again, these were not looking bad. I just don't know. But they did cross through. I must say, they are through this morning. We were looking to see. Amazon was through already. There was a couple of Amazon and I think Microsoft maybe were the two. Google might have been two. Already through. Yeah, I think them three were. And Google jumped into that channel. So they are looking pretty decent this morning as they open up, I must say. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on these. I'll keep you guys posted, obviously. But I was surprised. I mean, I thought they'd be green, but I didn't think they'd put them right into that channel. Like I said, even Meta's crossing through here. So, not looking bad this morning. And we know that things can change at any minute. And yeah, look at Meta crossing through. But you still have your 20 in your channel up there, and some are getting in there. So interesting looks for sure. I didn't really think they'd do that yet, but they are looking. Microsoft, we figured. And this one's a good one to look at. We'll get through this 50. I'm not so sure. So you might stay in this channel and then even come back out of it down. So who knows? This market is so crazy, and we got to play it kind of very daily, but we figured they'd be up, and we were wondering if they would be crossing through, and I'm not so sure they're going to stay up that much. So that's what we're going to be looking at the moment. So, and I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, any little news will make these things swing big in any direction. Tesla up there looking decent. I didn't think it would get, I thought it would be like in here at probably around like right here this morning, probably at its lowers, and it is up over there and trying to curl up. So Tesla looking pretty decent right there, I must say. Yeah, look at Tesla just getting into that channel. So yeah, no, I'm telling you, I did think that the market would this stuff would get figured out fairly quicker, but obviously they're looking pretty decent this morning, I must say. So that's your Mag 7. We'll run through, see what the other guys are up to. There's your AMC. That's up in your channel right there. GameStop right here. Let's see. That's up to 39 cents. That was looking good. So is Chewy. I can imagine that one's up this morning. And it is. And it's over to 50, actually. So that one's looking pretty decent right there, I must say. And let's see. Netflix. If I could type that in there, we're up $10, hitting that 20 right there. And it is crossed through, curled up really good, guys. So I'm pretty impressed. But again, look at it. It's hitting that 20 right there. And we know these open up green at 7 a.m. or prior, and they can change around at any moment. So just beware, and I'll keep you guys posted. AVGO, we'll look at the semiconductors, and this one was cruising up there Friday, and it is in that channel. It has that weird look. It did jump up there. So I would be careful just chasing them this morning. Yeah, look at that look where it kind of, I mean, they could stay up there too. They could get changed around. We're just looking at them at the moment. And MU's up there and has that weird look too. It's still just trying to curl up. So I'm not convinced they really want these things popping hard. And I'm surprised a lot of them are actually crossed through, but they are, and that's pretty good. Look, TSM, look at this thing crossing through and not looking bad this morning. In that spot where it could pull back, but hey, it's still crossing through. And again, it's just the news is going to dictate everything, and these things go like minute by minute now. It's wild. SMCI, like Luis Rodriguez was saying, this thing is curling up. You do have your 20 right there at 36, so it still has some room. It could run up, and it got up to like 35.48, it looks like. And yeah, these things are not looking bad. I'm telling you, they are not looking bad at all. So I could see things getting worked out fairly quick. Again, I could see them bouncing down maybe one or two more times, or maybe one more time, not even two. But again, we're right there. We thought we were, and nobody's going to know exactly when it's going to happen. We know that. We're just trying to make the market work for us each day. That's what you have to do. You got to keep your eye on it. This is a daily thing until they really get cruising. I know crypto has been looking good this morning as well. We'll go through that. And that ETF 500 is almost at like an 8 million market cap. It was up there. So yeah, it's they're looking pretty good. And here's AMD. That's up this morning. And that's curling up here. So we'll have to look and see what that wants to do. And when it gets there and hits it, and we'll be looking at these closely today, QCOM. And again, they all have that same look. I'm not convinced they want to get flying just yet, but it's not a bad look. And again, we know that they do bounce up. And if they do want to bounce down, I could see that happening for a day or two, maybe even towards the end of the day today into like Tuesday, Wednesday. I could see an Easter. I could see Easter tweet that tariffs are like, everything's good, and then next week's getting like rocking and rolling. I could see that happening. Definitely the way these things look and the market's been going and the way things have been going, I could definitely see something like that. So we're keeping an eye on things, obviously, every day, and we always do the show at 7 a.m. here, so we can go through and see these things as they're opening up. And they've been running for the pre-market. And it's nice that the FinViz runs perfect now for pre-market. We can kind of cruise right through. And yeah, PayPal, look at it, not looking bad, same look. And good old Snow is up, and a lot of these semiconductors are up like $3. It's kind of crazy that they're all up about $3. It's pretty wild. And so yeah, Snow up right there, good old Snowflake. And let's see what Dell is. Dell's up 453 and hitting that 20 again. Look at that look, like it wants to come down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that happen today. But they aren't looking bad, and Palantir's been looking good. PLTR up in that channel, hitting the 50. And Sophie's jumped up, but I don't think it's really ready yet. So that's the look you get. Matter, I'm telling you, this thing was getting set up. And so is crypto, obviously. Riot wasn't looking bad as it was rolling back off. And Clean Spark wasn't looking too bad. And Bitcoin's at 84,800, it looked like, 812. And then, 84,812. Solana's at 133. Ethereum's at 1,685 right there. Cardano's at 65. Doge's at 16. And Ripple's at 215 now. And let's see. And then Cardano's at that 65. So let's take a quick look and just see what they're up to. And we know they're getting set up. They're in that channel. We know that. And now it's getting over to 50. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I thought it was going to be pulling back a little bit, but this is going to get curled up, guys. And I know Solana was looking really good. So we did look at that, and it was cruising right through yesterday. Yeah, it was rolling right up there. So this thing gets curled up. It's on for crypto, guys. It's going to roll. And the one you're don't want to miss out on, I'm telling you, is the ETF 500. Because I'm telling you right now, it'll probably do more gains than all of these combined. You're going to see, and that's just the way these meme coins happen to run. What the heck's Ethereum doing here? Come on, Ethereum. There it goes. Yeah, Ethereum's crossing through right there. Yeah, we're at 7.8 market cap right there and looking good. You could even see it get up into like 8.5 or 8.5 market cap. 8.5 million, 9 today on ETF. It looks really good to try to move up, especially early in the morning like that. And crypto is looking good. And again, once Solana starts moving, guys, this thing is going to cruise, and it will get cruising for sure. So make sure you're under them penny is a pretty good gift right there. And there you go with Ethereum. And let's look at Ripple real quick. USD, XRP, USD right here. And there we go. And look, Ripple's right in that channel trying to curl up. And yeah, these things are going to get rocking, guys, it looks like. So I would say crypto's getting ready to take off fairly soon right there. And that was your big caps and your Mag 7, and they are looking good. We're keeping an eye on them to make sure that they stay good. That's the one thing today. STSS up. DMN, that's even up this morning and not even looking bad, trying to curl up right there. So that one's one. And again, way down there. I mean, this is like under a penny. It's under a half a penny now. So this one's way down there, guys. Could be a great opportunity right there. SUNE, we've been watching that. And look at this FMTO. Is it starting to move? This one we've been talking about as well. Another one that could be a great opportunity. Guys, it ran up to $8 and came down to 4 cents. I mean, it's pretty wild right there. What the hell did they even do? FMTO software company. So there you go. And yeah, that one, SGN, we looked at. And XHG right there, trying to curl up. Kids, we were all over. And Logic Mark, of course, we're all over that one. Let's see what that can do today. Hopefully that'll start moving as well. Here we are right there, and it's not looking too bad. It looked a lot better this morning. It was up a little bit higher, but this is going to bounce around. We already know that. So let's see if it can get cruising a little more this morning. So that would be good. And let's just see what else is going on here. What was that? PTN right there, way down there, trying to bounce out. And BON, this one was running up the other day. And let's see what else. There's only 2 pages there. So let's just take a look at it and see. And you have your Tesla. And like I said, Tesla is looking good. And there's your bull right there, looking pretty decent. SMST is your short for Microsoft, I think. And let's just look over here real quick and see if anything else. At Kids, we looked at bull. Not sure. Charles and Colvard, we've looked at that before. STSS. And let's see, FMTO. Keep your eye on that thing. Like I said, anytime you go from $4 to or $8 to 4 cents, that's pretty wild right there. And good morning, everybody. David, Luis Rodriguez, Phil Trait, and everybody else. Oh yeah, Too Lit wanted to see HMBL. I forgot about that one. What is that? I don't even see it over here. Let's see if it's on here. Let's see. HMBL. That is an OTC, or it is Humble. And let's see. Oh, that one just looks like one of them charts that I could just play a game with right there. I mean, it just constantly runs around every single day. Find that 0.002 and then try to sell it at 0.003. That's what it looks like every single day. Look at it. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but that's all it looks like to me. And that's why OTCers, I don't really mess with them too much. Them charts, some of them look real crazy like that, and you can't tell much. But there you go with them bad boys. Let's see what else is going on. And yeah, Luis Rodriguez is like in the SMCI, and they do have earnings. When were their earnings? I didn't even notice that, but it is earnings season. It doesn't even say right here, but I know there's a ton of them coming up. Elf is extremely oversold, and like the risk and reward. Let's look at good old Elf Beauty right here, and you're right, that is down there. Made a nice base, jumped up today. Let's just keep an eye on it, make sure it gets through right there. Could have that little bounce back and then get set back up. And that's, I'm telling you, I think we might see that. So the whole rare earth market moved this morning, Filtrate said. And what's that one, AREC, that you look at? Up another 9 cents right there, guys. So yeah, Phil knows what he's talking about with this rare earth stuff, and we might want to keep an eye on this AREC. He was telling us in that whole entire sector, guys. Look at this coking coal. We just love the name of it, but they're all up. Look at this. Well, I don't know if all of them AREC. That one jumped up. That one's jumping up. They were all jumping up the other day. They might not all be moving this morning. It says 0%. ARECs and AMR. AMR, the only two that are actually moving, it says, but they look really good. So, yeah, keep your eye on that entire sector right there. Coking coal and them guys right there. AMR, AREC, HCC, METC, and SXC. I swear, when X's and S's are together, I don't even know if I don't CDS. I have no idea. Like, I can't say it. SXC. There you go. How about that? And so there you are, and look at that bull was crazy right now, running up there, and it was running into the 40s this morning. So you know this thing's going to run around like a maniac today. So keep an eye on that for the dips and the runs, and there you go for them. And let's see what else we're missing. How about that UAMY, guys? We were looking at that one, and that's jumped up, and we liked it. So we just give out everything that's moving around. We've looked at almost everything, even at THTX. Well, I guess we looked at that maybe this morning. But yeah, we do look at everything between the night show and our pre-market show. And we roll through the entire market. Easter rising. Dow futures jump 400 points as U.S. tariff exemptions boost tech stocks, and then investors are jittery about earnings. And that's opening up big opportunities. Earnings in focus. And tariff for Pretty Powers tech rally. So who knows what Trump yesterday he came out and he said the other day that they were doing the electronic one, but they were still doing other tariffs every day. Again, he's controlling the market with the tariffs. So we kind of know that, and it's nothing that crazy. Energy fuels right here. Here's a couple more from Filtrate and that is hitting that 50. That one's up this morning. Let's see. 4 U's right there, and energy fuels not looking too bad. And MP right there, what did I type in? I have no idea, but there, yeah, that one jumped up and is curling up really good right there. Look at that thing. MP, look at this. All right, there, yeah, look at that thing. You can tell that was looking really good right there. And let's see, CRML. Critical metals, this one's jumped up a little bit. We'd have to take a look at that one. And USAR is that USA rare earth right there, and it's a metals and mining. And yeah, it's trying to jump up. So them guys are looking pretty hot this morning, I must say. And there you go. The markets are looking pretty good. Let me see if there's anything else going on that I missed. And let me see, we got all that stuff, and I think we got all these guys. And 3 spoiled dash hounds wanted to see a couple last night. I guess I didn't even see them. I don't remember looking at these. TRX, I don't remember this. Well, 6 hours ago, I guess that wasn't in the middle of the night. TRX Gold right there. We can keep an eye on that one. And FURY, Fury Gold Mines right here. That one doesn't look too bad either, trying to curl up. And then NVNO is another one, and that one is jumped up right there and hopped up, and that's a medical device one. NVNO. Let's see. Here we go. And let's see. It doesn't appear to be really moving right there. So, but it does say on the FinViz it jumped up. And that's why it's great now that this thing's actually working. Because now, if the trend, if one of them doesn't, that's why it's great to have two of them that really work. Again, you can tell that one's not even on today. So, you know, the FinViz is accurate on that. And that's really nice to know. SUNE is moving up there. So, there you go. Malibu Rum. And let me see if we're looking at anything else. Luis Rodriguez has the earnings calendar, and I'll repost that out there. And I didn't even see what today was. I just went right past it, but it's all right. Let me see if I notice anything. What it say? Goldman Sachs is what today? Yeah, before too. GS, huh? Let's see what they're up to. Oh, GS right here, they do have earnings and it's up $14 and curling up and hitting that line. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then you have MTB, KMTS, Applied APLD after P and what the heck does that say? PNFP, I think, and FBK. I put it out there. It's hard for me to read them things. Anyway, yeah, there you go. So you can take a look at that. And then here we go, our Coke and Coal list. Let me just tweet that out for you guys. So you have it, ARLP, BTU. Yeah, we were looking at that BTU as well. And that was running up last week, that Peabody and the ARLP right here. That one's just hanging out, but looking pretty good, huh? ARCH, what's one's that could be some of these can be OT. Oh, wait, I had an S in there. Let's see. ARCH. If I type it in, it might happen. No, it's not coming up. I don't even see that one, huh? All good there. We'll look and see. CEIX. That one's right there, and that one had jumped up this morning. So there you go with that. And then let's see, NACCO Industries, and that one's curling up pretty good, I would say. Let's see. AMR, not looking bad as well. And NRP, Natural Resources Partner, and this one's going to get set up. So yeah, this sector is trying to look good, and I'm not sure what HC is right there, but there's a bunch of HCs. And that's that. But yeah, thank you, Luis Rodriguez, because that's a good list. Yeah, that's not coming up right there. But there you go with them bad boys. Let me see if anything else is happening. So yeah, we're keeping an eye on coking coal. Not even sure what it does, but we read it out and I don't remember. Viking, look at this thing moving up this morning. That Viking Therapeutics not looking too bad right there. How about SKGR? What's that doing? SK Growth Opportunities. That's a shell company, and that thing's cruising up there. And let's see if there's anything else we want to look at. OM right here. And that thing, oh, that one looks really good, doesn't it? Keep an eye on OM right here getting set up, I would say. So, yeah, that one looks pretty damn good to try to curl up, too. So, we're keeping an eye on that. What is this one right here? Oh, the healthcare sector is trying to get set up as well. So, I think the markets are really trying to get set up. I don't know if they're exactly ready yet. I could actually see it. This is at USAR, them rare earth USA Rare Earth, and they are jumped up this morning, and obviously Apple was jumped up there, and that's about it this morning. So yeah, there you go. And that AREB, guys, is just still jumping around here. This thing's been pretty wild. And let's see what our logic mark is up to. It's actually pulled back a little bit. This thing needs to get cruising there. It has over 10 million in volume. So, and it is curled up there, not looking bad. So that doesn't look too bad. And it's just got to get cruising, and it probably will bounce up there. And, it'll just go popping. So there you go, guys. I'd say that's a pretty good look at our pre-market this morning on a Monday morning on a short week coming into Easter. And there you go. So anything that you want to see today, let me know. I'll keep you guys posted what the market looks like. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls back. It just has that look. There's the SPY. It is up $8 right now, and it is crossing through. But again, I could see it pulling back, and your 20 coming down. Some of them have jumped into that channel, though. So we have seen a few of them do it. and I'll keep you guys posted, obviously, like Google did it this morning and a few other ones. So we are seeing them look much better. We know they're getting set up. Crypto's looking really good, especially the ETF 500 looking great right there. And I would say there you go for your pre-market on a Monday morning. We know what we're looking at. You guys know what to attack. And again, just keep your eyes open and make sure that these things are really going to get running. They could hit them 20s in resistance and pull back. So I will definitely keep you guys posted as the morning opens up and see how the market's looking. So there you go. And be sure to, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence and be sure to trade smart and lock in those profits. Of course, that's what I was going to say. And yeah, there you go. So anything I see, I'll let you guys know. Let me know if you guys notice anything, and we will rock and roll right through this market. It is getting set up. I think it's one of these last setup weeks. We'll see, but it's not looking bad at all. So I think we're in a good spot here, and we'll just see if it pulls back a little bit. And if it does, not a big deal. It won't be bad. It'll just be a little pullback for these things to really get set up. So I think the markets are starting to look good. I think, again, the tariff stuff will be ended pretty soon. And then, you never know. You could see an open trade deal with Europe. And if that happens, this market's going to go to all-time highs. It's going to get crazy, guys. It'll get ripping and ripping and ripping like you've never seen before. And apparently that's what the agenda is supposed to be. So I could see it happening, maybe not on Easter, but I could see some of these tariffs really getting worked out and some of these things happening. And you can see the markets, and they have it under control. Again, he has it on a light switch with these tariffs, and the Fed knows it. So that's what they're working with here. They're waiting for the Fed to pull it back a little bit, the interest rates. So that's what you're kind of waiting on. So once that happens, bam, things are going to get cruising, guys. So that's what we're looking at this morning. So we'll look to see if it does have a little bit of pullback. But right now, it's looking good at the moment. Obviously, it's all green and cruising. Crypto looking good. And there's your pre-market for a Monday morning on a short week. And again, trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day, everybody.